Hi there, I'm super excited to announce that this week I'm launching a 10-week meal prep series focused on weight loss. I'm hoping that at the end of the 10 weeks that I would have lost 20 pounds. I know that's a big goal, but I think it's realistic. It's on average of 2 pounds per week, and I think I can do it. So, do you want to join me on this journey? Meal prep along with me, set your own targets, set your own portion sizes, because we all have different macro needs and all have different calorie needs. So you do you, I'm gonna do my own numbers, you set yours, but let's meal prep together. I'll create the whole menu and all you have to do is adjust the quantities. And each week I'll try to change it up, make it more exciting, and give you options so that you can change it for what you need. Okay, here are my caloric and macronutrient targets. I am a very active person. I strength train 4 times a week. I hike and I'm very active. So I believe this will support me losing 2 pounds per week. I'm also 5'10", by the way, too. So make sure and determine what your caloric and macronutrient needs are. There's free calculators online. I can link one in the description, but go ahead and figure that out for yourself. And then you can then tailor the amount of food that you need to prep during the week to what you need and your goals. I'll now show you how to put them into an application so that it will figure out your targets. I use the MyFitnessPal application on my iPhone and enter the total calories and the macronutrient breakdown that I want to have for my meal. I then go into the diary section and I enter all the foods and ingredients that I want for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. This will be the basis for the meal prep that I do for the week. I'll repeat this day every day during the week. I then go to the tab that allows me to make sure that I got the proper macronutrient targets. I want to make sure I hit my protein and my fat and I don't exceed my carbohydrate. Okay, this week on the menu, first thing is a smoothie with mixed berries, a liquid of your choice, and protein powder. At 7 a.m. or whatever works for you, coffee or tea, and add creamer or butter. For breakfast, I'm having ground beef and string cheese, but you could optionally add eggs and veggies and make a scramble. For lunch, we're going to have a chicken salad with all those fixings that are listed there. For 3 o'clock, a celery and peanut butter snack. And then for dinner, it'll be BBQ chicken and roasted vegetables. Make sure to adjust the quantities and serving sizes to meet your targets. This will also help you know how much to prep of each item to cover the 7 days. Since we're prepping a full week, I'm going to start with prepping all the veggies, getting them washed and getting them chopped up and prepared before I start cooking all the proteins because there'll be too many things going on at once. The proper way to take care of the ends of the asparagus is to snap it off. If you put some pressure a couple inches from the end of the spear and you just kind of gently pull down, it should snap where it's supposed to be separated. So I'm a little lazy and I just cut it off, but you might want to do it the right way. Okay, it's time to preheat the foodie and the oven. The foodie is going to be set to grill and 400, and the oven is going to be set to bake and 400 for the veggies. Okay, next we're going to prepare all of the chicken. For all the chicken, we're going to cook it in the foodie, so we're going to use avocado oil because of its high smoke point. We're going to use salt and pepper, and once the foodie is preheated to 400, we're going to go ahead and put the chicken in and start cooking. When cooking chicken in the foodie, I generally like to flip the chicken at the 8-minute mark and then check temperature, say 5 minutes after that. Depending on how large the chicken breast is, will depend how long it takes to cook. So I like to just keep an eye on the internal temperature, make sure it gets to 165, and then take it out. So it takes a bit of monitoring, especially if you have chicken breasts that are cut to different sizes. So the time can vary. This is my favorite meat thermometer. You'll always see me using this in my videos, but today it was giving me a hard time and didn't work. It had a bad battery, so I had to use a backup. So always check your thermometer to make sure you have one and a backup when you're cooking. So the ground beef is just about done. I'm gonna now drain the fat out, put it back on the stove, and prepare some optional taco seasoning. I love spicy taco ground beef, or you can also use ground turkey or ground chicken. And I prepared the taco seasoning per the instructions. It basically had me heat up some water, put 2 packets in there because there's 2 pounds of ground beef, stir it up, mix it up in the bowl, and then dump it in and then let it simmer for a few minutes, and then the ground beef is done. The second batch of chicken is now going in and will be grilled up in no time, and then we'll be ready to move on to the veggies. To prepare the veggies, I put them in the pan and then I sprayed some olive oil on the asparagus. I like the asparagus to go in first by itself because I like it a little bit more tender, and the other veggies cook pretty quickly. So just the asparagus, put salt and pepper, mix it up, put it in the oven for about 10 minutes, 15 if you like it a little bit softer. Take it back out, put the rest of the veggies, and then put it back in for 10 minutes, and the veggies will be perfect. Okay, time to start some of the assembly. I'm gonna start with the ground beef, and I'm using my trusty scale. I've had this scale for like 15 years and I absolutely love it. What I like to do is take and put the glass, I meal prep all in glass, and I put one on top of the scale. I zero the scale out, then I put in the desired amount of food that I want in there, put it back on, make sure I hit the right amount, and then I move on to the next bowl. One tip is that some bowls are different, so it is a good idea to re-zero out for each bowl so that you don't get some mismeasurements. So I'm gonna get that all done. Be sure to let the food sit and cool to the proper temperature before putting them away in the refrigerator. Okay, now I'm going to assemble the barbecue chicken and the veggies. So the chicken, I want to make sure that I weigh and get the proper measurement for each one. And then once I do that, I'll add the veggies. Now I'm saving the barbecue sauce and applying that when I reheat the food at the time of eating. So I'm not putting the barbecue sauce on yet. And I will pop on the screen my favorite barbecue sauce. Okay, we're getting there. The last item to cut up is the chicken for the salad. So cut it up however you like to have it in your salad and put it in a large container so that you can pull out the chicken as you make your salad every day during the week. This is one of my favorite tips. I like to use a wine glass marker and date all of the food. And sometimes I write what's inside it, but with a clear glass, it's generally obvious. But this is a game changer, so you don't waste food and you know how old something is. Okay, I finished my meal prep. So what I have completed is I have my ground beef times 7. I've got 7 of these, so these are all already portioned out and measured. I weighed them, so I made sure that they're all the correct amount. I have my salad fixings. I'm gonna actually assemble my salads when I eat them. So I have the veggies cut up and I have the chicken made. So I'll just assemble that when that's time, and then I have my dressing. And then for the dinners, I have my barbecue chicken and veggies. They're already portioned out and ready to go. So those are gonna all go in the fridge. I will freeze 3 days of them just because I don't wanna keep 7 days of food in the fridge. So I'll leave 4 days in the fridge, 3 in the freezer, and then as the last few days of the week come, I'll pull those from the freezer and I'll eat them directly from there to make sure everything is good and safe. And then I have the smoothies, my teas, and the celery and peanut butter that I'll make along the way. So all in all, it looks like it's gonna be an easy week. Everything's ready to go. I hope you join me, and we'll see how successful I am by the next video. So see you then, bye. Okay, let's put the first day together so you can see how everything will play out during the day. I have to tell you, my favorite thing of the day is going to be the barbecue chicken and veggies. They are so yummy. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and join me next week to see if I lost 2 pounds or not and what's on the menu for the second week.